Hello my friends, Ultimus here. Today's video is going to be a little bit more of a vlog again, as by the time this video comes out, most of us will be impatiently waiting for these servers to go live for patch 6.0.2, or by the time you're getting around to watching it, you might already be on and enjoying the new content. I hope you guys have all made your preparations for patch 6.0.2, Honor Cap, Justice Cap, decided what characters you're going to focus on for the expansion. This video is going to be, as you notice in the title, a top 5 things I am looking forward to in patch 6.0.2 and of course going into Warlords of Draenor. Before we get started, a couple honorable mentions and things that should be noted right off the bat. Things that I'm obviously excited about, but felt like they were so obvious that they weren't worth putting on the top 5 list, but still worth mentioning. Obviously, new content, the new updated version of Ubers, having new quest lines and things to start for us to move towards Warlords of Draenor. And of course, the big bulk of the new content doesn't come until the expansion itself is released, but having something new to do and kill time with is going to be fun. Between skirmishes going live, new quest lines that you can do leading up to the entrance of the Dark Portal and going into Draenor, the level 90 version of Ubers going live for us to explore and check out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in and try to keep this as concise as we can. Number 5, kind of obvious, but definitely worth noting, is the new character models. Having played the beta and just being able to follow that even before I had access to the beta, definitely something I was most excited about. They just look gorgeous. I can't wait for them to all go live for you all to see them and experience them. I know there's some hesitation for some of the races and some of the things that people have brought up and said that they don't care for, but I feel like once people get their hands on them themselves and get to see how much more fluid they look and feel and how much better it affects gameplay, and it just makes it seem so much more immersive and dynamic, I think you'll see some positive responses from everybody. Number 4 on our list of top 5 things I am looking forward to, bags. Now this one's kind of broad in general. I might be cheating, trying to cram a bunch of points into 1 point, so consider this 1 point with a bunch of sub-points. What they're doing with bags in general, we're getting more void storage, which I feel like addresses the problem just about all warriors have in the fact that we are gear hordes. Oh my goodness, we hoard gear like crazy. We're all about those transmogs, the swords, the axes, the maces, the gear. It's all just, we have so much of it and so little bag space. Just, it's a condition, I swear. But getting more void storage there is going to be great. Having quest items no longer stack up in your bags, but now they get stacked in the quest inventory or in the quest tab itself is great. Having now gathering materials stack up to 200 instead of just 20. Awesome. Having the auto sort feature built right into our bags, amazing. I cannot wait for this to go live. I've been waiting for this to be a thing for so long, and this is one of those things that I feel like kind of makes me step back and say, why wasn't this implemented into game sooner? But I'm not really going to complain because obviously it's going live now, so I'm just going to be happy we have it finally. The third thing I'm looking forward to most with patch 6.0.2, the BG reward system. What this is if you're unfamiliar with it, is basically greater incentive for you to do better in BGs. Blizzard has noticed that the honor grind itself is a bit too steep and it definitely burns people out. So what they are doing is, of course they have, and I believe they are going to again with this release, increase the amount of honor you get for winning BGs, but also you are going to be earning strong boxes based on your performance. Obviously, if you win the BG, you're going to get the best quality strong box, and those do have a chance to contain gold, honor, and gear, so far from what I've noticed on the beta realms. But even if you lose, the degree to which you lost will affect your reward. So if you lose with less of a margin between you and the winning team, I believe the strong box that you're going to earn is going to be a little bit better, and vice versa, but you're always going to be rewarded with a strong box, I believe. But obviously, if you win or if you perform better, you're going to have a higher chance at better loot. Number 2 on the list of top 5 things I am most looking forward to, the stat squish. Oh my goodness, this has been a long time coming and it's finally happening. My only complaint is that I don't feel like it was rolled back far enough. I would have loved to have seen the stats and numbers rolled back to around where Wrath of the Lich King was at max level, but at the same time, I'm not in charge of this, so I really suppose I can't complain too much, just wishful thinking. But I do enjoy the fact that the stat squish is a thing. And last, but definitely not least, My number one thing I am most looking forward to with patch 6.0.2 and Warlords of Draenor is most definitely how Blizzard is addressing gear and stats. And I didn't really quite know how to phrase that, so I'm going to just explain a little bit. Basically how it functions, and I know you guys are most familiar with this, but basically your main stats switch over with your spec. So all plate is going to have strength and intellect on it. For my paladin, my stats are going to switch around based on whether I'm playing Holy Prot or Ret. I love that. I think it's one of the best ideas and one of the coolest things I have ever seen implemented in this game. I'm most excited about it. The fact that it allows me to play all 3 specs attached to my character easier, I'm a huge fan of, because trying to grind up 2 sets of gear, and I know for my Druid players out there, I know you guys feel this more than anybody else. You have 4 specs, and if you want to play any of them, you have to grind up, just about 4 sets of gear just to be able to play your class to the. It's not fun, it's not enjoyable, it's just a pain in the butt. And so the fact that our stats on our gear are going to switch around depending on our spec that we are playing, it gets a huge fatty slow clap for me to Blizzard. I just think that's awesome. The fact that the only thing we need to worry about replacing is rings and back and necks and things like that makes that grind so much easier. It makes the versatility you have to bring to arenas and BGs, and just overall switching up your gameplay so you don't feel stuck playing the same thing over and over again. Because half the time you feel like you're like, okay, I want to play this class, but what spec do I pick? Because I have to commit to it. Once I start grinding gear, I'm halfway through, realize I don't like it. Great, now I have to start my gear grind all over again. It's not fun. With this new system and how it's implemented, it's going to solve that, and it's going to be fabulous. So kudos to Blizzard. Whoever at the offices thought this was a good idea, you sir deserve a promotion. So this has been my top 5 things I'm looking forward to with patch 6.0.2. New character models, bag spaces and situations, BG reward system, the stat squish, and gear and stats. So how about you? What are you looking forward to most with the launch of patch 6.0.2 and Warlords of Draenor? Leave it in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are thinking about it, what you're most excited about. I'd love to hear from you. Maybe you agree with some of the things on here. Maybe you're most excited about something I didn't even cover. That's cool. I'd love to hear about it. So leave it there. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Share it if you're into that sort of thing. I do want to say thank you again to those of you who have subscribed to this point. We hit our 100 subscriber goal. We made a video about it yesterday, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I just wanted to say thank you again. We've hit our goal and then some, and I feel like we're going to continue growing and growing as we move towards the end of October. It'd be cool to see how far we get into 100 subscribers before the end of the month, so that's kind of cool. But as always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in patch 6.0.2.